They had some very impressive looking locations, which is scraping the absolute bottom of the barrel for compliments to give this movie.
Yeah, well, to contrast that, we have all the disgusting 70s houses, the interiors of these fucking houses. It's just like a layer of cigarette smoke on everything. But yeah, no, the houses in this movie are far more disgusting than the Melting Man.
And those people. The actors in the movie, I noted and we rarely talk about hair and makeup, one of the elements of the big film production. I don't think they had anybody on hair and makeup. I think because the lady, her hair looked like a rat's nest. Rich offered her a comb or a brush. And I said, it's too late. It's too late. The film's been shot. But in order to I'm assuming to decrease glare from lights, you do the powder. But someone who worked on the Bozo show did their makeup because it was just like
some of those close-ups.
They were like they looked like George Romero zombies in Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead.
And that the cake was crackling.
Yeah, you could see it.
I don't know how we had such clarity on our VHS copy, but
weird.
It's a little weird.
Well, you can tell people we watched the Blu-ray because we have a Blu-ray of it.
Oh, you're ruining the magic.
You did legitimately blind pick this, but we also
have a Blu-ray copy.
And you're like, hey, we have a Blu-ray of this. We didn't fake any of these. These are real picks.
We should have.
We really
should have.
Because they were all terrible. Yeah. But you never know until you try.
Right.
Doctor, you are a civilian, but in this emergency, you're under my direct command. Quite specific when I told you.
Why is it so important that he hates his wife in this sequence?
She's my wife.
That does not exclude her from my orders.
Everybody's gonna know about it by morning.
He's still pissed at her about the crackers. He goes off to look for the Melting Man, and he leaves the general at his house, and the general just raids his fridge and drinks his beer and steals his turkey legs. And that turkey leg was disgusting too. That was like a 70s turkey leg. I don't even know what that means, but you look at it and you know.
Yeah. Jack, you noted that one of the shots in the movie was really neat, right? It's when
when he's getting off the plane.
General leaves wherever, Washington or maybe where do they launch spaceships from? Cape Canaveral. Yeah. Right. He comes to whereversville. I don't know. But
Melting Manville.
Melting Man land, where Melting Man is. His plane lands, right? He's supposed to be picked up by a Jeep by Ted Nelson. Mm-hmm. 0800 hours sharp. The plane lands, and we have this low shot, and the walkway comes down. The general lands, and he's in his general shoes, and he does a pace. A sharp military turn pace.
Yeah.
One more pace. Stops, looks at his watch. Here comes the car. Here late. And a shot like that was neat because it told us, and this is normal filmmaking speak, it told us that the general is precise, and he doesn't appreciate lateness. Then the car shows up, and then the first thing he does is, I'm gonna get in this nasty shirt, and I'm gonna drink some beer, and I don't want to go look for this guy. I want to eat a turkey leg.
Yeah.
And just not do anything.
Yeah, they look for the Melting
why
Man.
did you set him up like this hard-ass general who's gonna I'm gonna fucking take care of this problem, and he's just
hanging out in someone else's house.
He just instantly remembered it was the 70s.
Oh yeah, let's go back to your house and drink beer. And doctor's like, General, I think we should check for Melting Man more. That's why you're here. Now let's go back to your house and drink beer and talk about your wife.
Yeah, they look for him for like an hour, and then they're just like, let's go sleep.
We lost Vietnam. I don't care anymore.
They even went down the road.
Another road I want to check out before we go back home.
Why?
You know, Doctor, I was married once.
What's the significance of the road he wants to check out?
What's the matter? You afraid to go home?
Just a hunch that
Melting
Man might be there?
He might be on that road.
Jesus Christ.
It's old Melty Road.
That's where all the Melty Men end up.
Yeah.
Can we give a shout out to those hero cops?
Yes.
The only sensible people in this movie.
They show up at the end of the movie.
So Melting Man automatically, right then and there, just kills the cop with the shotgun.
No, Neil! No!
Why? Why does the doctor want him alive?
So then two other cops come in, and Ted's like, no, don't shoot him. And they fucking shoot Ted right in the head.
Don't move! Listen to me! I'm Dr. Ted Nelson!
Oh my god! I thought they were just gonna shoot the Melty Man.
Oh, good. Shoot him too.
That's fucking amazing.
Yes.
These are my new favorite characters in the movie.
They're the real heroes.
Yes.
It doesn't work.
No.
I mean, the melting man just walked off and melted on his own after
Yeah.
that. Poor janitor had to come in the next morning and clean him up.
The janitor that works at the power
The
plant.
janitor that works at the power
He
plant
saw
came in the next day.
nothing suspicious or peculiar about a pile of blood and guts and bones.
We
and
hold
slime.
on a wide shot of him cleaning it up. I couldn't believe how long that went on.
That was a funny joke. That was good.
Rick Baker made an awesome head. And because of that, this movie is preserved on Blu-ray.
And I'm okay with that.
Why are we seeing all this?
Looks good.
Oh my god! Ugh.
Oh, the skull cracked open.
Holy shit!
But the horrors that occur in the minds of those who allow the indiscriminate use of the human body as a mixing bowl for drugs and chemicals are as real as the real horrors.
So,
As I'm smoking.
I was going to say, I think it's a real bad idea. Put all these chemicals in your body.
Reactions that are fighting the use of chemicals in the food we eat, the water we drink. And yet there are far too...
You want to take that again?
Nope. Nope.
All right.
These
things are fucking killing me.
complaining
anyway.
about chemicals. The dangers of drugs.
No. Okay, so
Have a happy ending.
He's gonna die in the middle of the shot, isn't he?
Is this intentional?
yeah,
This has to be
yeah.
intentional. Okay.
Well, we're on to our third and final film of the night. Jay ventured into the other small little room next to the screening room that contains our DVD collection.
Because what were your criteria?
Well, for some reason, I had to pick 3. I don't know why that happened.
Your first 2 were too easy.
Oh.
Yeah, you remember.
Oh yeah, super easy.
So one of them had to have blood, blood,
Death or kill.
death, or kill in the title. It had to look like it was about a ghost or some sort of paranormal evil.
Yep.
And it had to have a painted cover.
And that, yes.
And
all
this
3.
has a beautiful, beautiful painted cover. This movie's from 1972, but this looks like a classic, like early 60s, late 50s cover, like a Hammer horror film or something. It's a beautiful movie that does a great job of representing the quality of the film that is Blood Freak. You know what? We usually, our wheelhouse is 80s into 90s, and then sometimes current day bad shot on video movies. So we took a little trip back to the late 60s, early 70s, drive-in, grindhouse exploitation movies. So kind of Herschel Gordon Lewis-esque, which is funny because the lead character in this is named Herschel. But but that era of super cheap, we're gonna make a movie in a weekend and we're gonna get it playing in drive-in theaters across the country. 60s, 70s drug freak out movie. This wasn't a lot of fun to watch, but it's kind of interesting to think about in retrospect. Just
That's fair.
That era, that style. It's as it says on the top of the box here, the world's only turkey monster anti-drug pro-Jesus gore film. And that sums it up.
That is perfect.
You wouldn't even mind if I went to bed with you.
I just don't go for a girl that acts like a tramp, even if she's very beautiful.
Well, thanks a lot. You're nothing but a dumb bastard who doesn't know where it's at anyway.
That's fair.
I'm gonna go sleep with this old guy. Peter Sellers.
Would you like Peter Sellers?
But it has that like template of like 90% of the movie goes on, and it's just boring, stupid crap, and then it becomes a horror movie.
Boring, stupid crap. Yes. Other movies, like, say, the original Silk, for example.
Yeah.
Boring.
Uninteresting, boring.
This is, yes, uninteresting. This is like fascinating, boring.
Well, it almost feels like a documentary.
Where you're just like, what is wrong with what's happening? What's wrong with these people?
Who made this and why? What were they thinking?
Where you're kind of like transfixed or fascinated by the boring more than the exciting.
One little toke isn't gonna hurt him.
You know your body's the temple of the Holy Spirit. You shouldn't defile it.
Oh! Like people from the like early 70s and the 60s, like that drug culture and like how weird this movie. You're like, they're like aliens.
It's true.
What are you thinking? Are you on planet Earth?
In the start of the movie, our main character. Herschel, we just said that. Our main character, Tarzan, smokes some reefer and then suffers from the withdrawals of reefer.
Immediately.
Yes.
Yes, and it is an amazing acting tour de force. Is this supposed to be a withdrawal from the dope?
Herschel, do you want me to call Guy?
Yes, go.
This is supposed to be withdrawals.
From
pot?
Smoking a little bit
From
of
smoking
weed?
the dope the one time. Look at him.
It's like he's been a lifelong heroin user.
Yeah.
After, well, not immediately, he smokes the reefer, and then the next day he goes to his first day on the job at the turkey farm.
Yep.
And that's when it's like documentary, cinema verite, we're just gonna watch him walking around the turkey farm.
Throwing turkeys,
just
having
for 30
fun.
minutes, and then he has his withdrawals.
Yes.
So that weird, like, there's no sense of pacing or story structure. It's just things happening in dirty Florida.
Well, sort of.
The Nerdrick and like the Stooge.
Well, I'm ready to go to work. What do you want me to do?
You'll be doing odd jobs for us around the ranch and the lab here.
And if you want to make a little extra money, you can help us with some of our experiments in the lab.
He's got a bright future.
We want you to have sex with the chickens, just to see what happens.
So Herschel has a lady friend, right? And the lady is...
Which one?
Well, the older one.
Yeah.
The older sister. And Herschel and her lady friend are he's like, I'm with this girl because she loves the Jesus and she loves not doing drugs.
Right.
Yep.
And she's like, let's go to this party. My little sister's there and it might be a little weird drug kind of party. So we go there, we meet the sister, and we see elderly people.
There's just old people
They're like,
here.
oh, cocaine, cocaine. And we're like, whoa, drug party. And there's paintings of tigers, velvet paintings of tigers, and Spanish conquistadores.
Classic Floridian.
Sure,
affair.
on your beautiful wood paneling walls.
Dark wood paneling walls.
Disgusting. It's a disgusting room. And we don't know anything about Herschel. He's as far as I know, he's like a drifter. He's a nomad. He's living his life.
Yeah.
Why don't you let the guy do what he wants to do? Oh, he's screwing up my life. Who are you to judge what people should or shouldn't do?
And he's dating this lady, and the lady says, after this drug party, let's immediately go and talk to my father, who owns a chicken farm and or turkey farm.
A poultry farm.
Poultry farm. And maybe he could give you a job at the poultry farm. Herschel shows up at the poultry farm, and he says, what do I do here? Well, you might be doing some odd jobs and or testing our genetically altered turkeys to see if they're safe for human consumption.
Yes.
And the plot is off.
I heard there was some kind of blood freak.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chicken. Who's making all them chicken sounds? oh, that's all them chickens.
I was sent here by the Colonel, not my Colonel, but the Colonel Sanders.
Pretty good. Pretty good, Jay. Pretty good. Not great, but pretty good.
I'll take it.
Yeah, he smokes the reefer and then he eats a whole turkey, We watch a scene where he sits down outside and unwraps the foil and just eats a turkey, and we watch the whole process.
No. It's like lab turkey, where they've done stuff to the turkey.
Lap turkey.
It's lab turkey. You're supposed to eat it off of your lap. How do I get it to my mouth? Think about pretty ladies.
In real life, the actor got burnt up playing Tarzan in an on-set accident.
Yeah, we have a very uncomfortable sex scene where we see all of his
He's got some
scars.
scarring on his arms. So he has an injury in Nam, and he was on painkillers and became addicted to painkillers. So he's like, I can't do any drugs.
How can such a big hunk of man be such a damn coward?
I'm not a coward.
I just bend to pressure like a fucking super weak twig. I'm not a coward. Give me that.
The sister who wants to tease him, she's like, I just wanted him to notice me, so I was being all flirty and whatever, and I got him to smoke some weed, and it turned him into a chicken man. She's like, you're a big tough man. Yeah, Mr. Tarzan. He's like, yeah, but I don't do drugs. So you're a big tough Tarzan? Like, fuck it.
Yeah. So you're a chicken. It's like, I'm no chicken.
Fuck off.
That would have been a really clever line if he said that. If he said, like, I'm no chicken.
Oh. Was that the metaphor of the movie?
Did he?
That he was.
Oh, we're gonna.
That would have been
back.
great. I don't think he says that. Though.
No, he doesn't say that. But I'm just saying
Like
overall.
you become a chicken. You're a chicken.
But he doesn't become a chicken; he becomes a turkey. So that muddies the whole thing.
Chicken turkey.
I don't think that. Yeah, that's a good question. I think everyone was like wasted or high on when they made
on cocaine,
especially the focus puller. But Herschel gets high, and then he goes to the chicken farm, and they say, Eat this turkey.
Eat this whole turkey.
Because we did weird science things to it that is ambiguous. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, what is it? Antibiotics, steroids?
It's just science.
But I think it was something more sinister.
They never tell us.
No, we don't know.
So he eats the whole turkey, and then after that, his head turns into a turkey.
Just his head, though.
Just his head. Not his cock. Because he has sex with the girl. What?
Is that sister?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just sitting on a waterbed. So he turned into a turkey monster.
I guess.
A chicken monster. Yeah. Okay.
Wait. What? Suicide note?
Wait.
What is happening?
Wait. He's not eating.
Sign this.
It's a piece of paper.
What is this?
What the fuck is
Maybe
happening?
he's asking for help. I bet it's like, it's me, it's the guy that you made smoke drugs. Now I'm a
Sorry,
chicken.
I'm a turkey. Help.
Herschel?
Yes, and he is asking for help.
He wrote, "It's me, Herschel." On
It's like a Demon Cop. Doesn't he do that in Demon Cop?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Gosh, Herschel. You sure are ugly.
But the first thing he does when he turns into the turkey monster is goes to the sister, the druggy sister, goes into her bedroom, and we can barely see what's happening because they forgot to bring the lights that day. And the camera goes
100%
black,
have sex.
and she's just like, "Oh, Herschel," and then he goes like, "Bagok."
Yeah.
And that's the scene.
Herschel?
Are they fucking?
Oh my god.
I think she's fucking the turkey monster.
I think she fucked the turkey monster.
Thankfully, there was a narrator through the whole thing.
Oh, right.
That helped us out.
Not Vincent Price. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vincent Price.
Reginald Price.
We didn't need that guy at all, but that's classic, like, we got to stretch the running time.
Yeah.
This has to play on the second feature of a double bill at a drive-in.
Right, right.
We never know how or when we will meet a person who will become a catalyst or who will lead us to one. What is a catalyst? Well, in this case, a catalyst is a person that will bring about changes. They could be good or bad, but there will be changes.
He becomes Turkey Monster Man, right? And so we cut to scenes, and then we cut to other scenes, and then we cut back to scenes. And then we cut to him wandering through the Floridian brush.
Again,
at twilight.
similar to Incredible Melting Man. He's just wandering around.
It's kind of Zat-like. Cause
Yeah,
Zat
because
is
it's Florida. Yeah.
It's the same sound effect over and over again. Over and over again.
Only things could get back to normal.
And we get the blood freak. He's like sopping up the blood, like, oh, blood freak.
We're given what we're promised.
Yeah.
And he does it a couple times only to women until Grandpa shows up in the cornfield and says, what are you doing? And then he pushes Grandpa down and Grandpa has a heart attack and dies. And then Fatso shows up.
Yes.
Fatso.
The other scientist?
Is it? No, it's just a fat guy who's the grandson of
Unrelated
Grandpa.
fat guy.
And they fight, and it's really well done. It's a really well shot, well executed
the
fight.
papier mâché is on full display.
The lighting.
Oh my God! This random man is beating up the turkey monster.
How did he know that it was him that killed him?
Who's screaming?
The blood freak?
Chicken. The blood freak.
Could this be any worse? This is my question. Could it be any worse? I don't think it's possible to make it any worse.
Oh, that leads into Amputee Man.
The
leg.
Because the whole time...
Set it all up, Jay.
Okay, well, Blood Freak, throughout this whole thing, he's just been hanging people upside down, cutting their throats, drinking their blood. But then one guy...
He's a drug dealer.
This is drug dealer
drug
man.
dealer.
The head honcho.
Yeah. But then we cut to that shot of him in like an alleyway.
Yes.
And we're like, why is he going so slow?
You said he looked like he shit his pants.
Did he shit his pants?
He was walking in an unusual way, and it's like, oh, his pants are droopy. It kind of looked like he shit his pants.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We didn't know if he was running from Blood Freak or if it was an unrelated day.
Right.
Like 6 weeks later, he's like shopping for...
I'm just looking for a storage facility.
It felt like something unrelated, but as we later discovered...
But we discovered something much more than we could have anticipated, which is Blood Freak chases him into some sort of abandoned workshop area.
They had part of a sound effect. They
Just use a chunk of it.
could only afford part of a sound effect. There it is again. Half off the next one. 50% off next half. Part of a sound effect. Oh, they got 10 seconds of this saw. Here it comes.
Oh no. Ooh. Look at this denim, oh God!
It's pouring on his head.
I don't know if he's trying to drink it.
Does this guy actually only have one leg?
Maybe.
Oh,
Maybe that's why he wasn't running earlier.
That's why he was walking so
Yeah.
funny. Oh, interesting.
That's where they hired him.
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that. Yeah.
That makes total sense. Good use.
That's why he wasn't right.
Good use of casting.
And we realized, oh, they cast this guy because he's actually missing a leg.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he can have this amazing gag. Because otherwise, why would Blood Freak take the time to start up, a table saw, and chop this guy's leg off? Other than they wanted to show off the fact that they had an actor who was missing a limb.
And and by the way, a great effect. Like, because I was looking for how are they doing that effect with his?
Oh, he's actually missing a leg.
Yeah,
but you can see the blood tube in the shot.
Sure.
But
fair.
still.
What? It was all a dream.
Was the whole movie a dream?
Yes. Up until now.
Oh my God.
He could still become a chicken.
Riot.
This is where Dallas got the idea.
But all the scenes were all in his dream.
All dreams.
Her seducing him and everything after the smoking weed by the pool has been a dream, essentially.
Well, no,
All the
because
murders
he ate the turkey.
Oh, after eating the turkey and fainting.
Yeah, and then he
yes.
passed out,
Yeah.
and then was hallucinating that he was a turkey monster.
Yeah. So he didn't kill the old man. He didn't kill the fat guy.
Right.
He didn't
Usually that's like, oh, it was all a dream. That's the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Now it just keeps going.
Well, now he's got to go to rehab and get drug treatment.
Right,
Maybe this
'cause
is some kind of weird anti-drug movie.
This is an anti-drug
Yes.
movie.
If I can be of any help, call me.
Years later, when asked about the movie, Steve Hawks referred to it as a sad chapter in my life.
I don't know. Overall, I thought this movie was pretty foul.
He's been waiting over here for an hour.
What did I say in the screening room that nobody heard? It puts the trip in tryptophan.
Tryptophan.
This movie puts the trip in tryptophan.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad.
That's not bad,
That's not
right?
bad.
That should be on the
Not
cover.
bad.
You know, it's like conceptually, it's really great, but when you say it, it's just so. Like it doesn't get a reaction.
Well, it's you got to think about it a little bit. It's a little too intelligent.
So, let's give a little thought to making our own story have a happy ending.
I definitely know this one. Okay, so we were choosing movies, and this caught my eye, Bog. I like a title that's just where it's set, one word.
Bog.
Just Bog, it's
Not
simple.
messing around.
I read the back, and then we watched the trailer, and we loved it.
It's coming. A creature from the bog.
Doc, what the hell do we have out there? I don't know. I wish I did. I just don't know.
We died. There was one line in particular that made us laugh really, really hard.
Could we have a Dracula running loose out there?
And it landed on it. It's perfect. Okay, so it's the
70's movie.
Yes, which I thought it was like a more recent Asylum movie or something. 'cause
It's
very-
repackaged to trick you. The original poster is on IMDb, and we'll show that here. It's of course a little more dated. This is kind of playing off modern movies.
Okay. The synopsis is, when a local fisherman uses dynamite instead of bait in Bog Lake, he not only shatters the serenity of the waters, but he awakens a beast who has long laid dormant. A mutant creature who emerges only to feed has been disturbed and is now determined to eat its fill. Terrorizing the locals on its bloody rampage, the town is at a loss over how to destroy this enormous monster. Now it is up to one woman, biologist Ginny Glenn, to beat the beast at its own game and save the people before it's too late.
Of course.
Oh, here we go.
Are we gonna see it?
Neil, no, not that way, Neil, my God, Neil!
Whoa!
That guy's name is Neil?
Now we know.
Now we know.
Watch out, Neil!
I'm just drunk enough to do this.
Well, I for one am very excited to watch Bog.
As am I. This is
It looks amazing.
It's a new classic for me. Just the trailer.
With just the
find
trailer
out.
alone.
We'll find out. I'm putting all of my eggs in the Bog basket, but I'm so excited.
What?
So the
Yeah. Look at what Jack's doing. That's gonna happen.
The sheriff and the coroner are in love.
Now for over 6 years.
I mean, we got to hang on to something.
Yeah.
I'd like to change that. Let me finish. Let me get this off my chest.
It isn't necessary.
I'm expecting so much human emotion. Wow.
Oh my God.
The dust starts coming up.
It's a kiss from a bog. A kiss from a bog.
Dust and bats. We couldn't get anyone under 70 in this film, but we want a romance. What the fuck?
Bad movies are back in bog form.
Do you like lakes? Well, this is called bog. Mike, tell us about bog.
Oh boy. Okay, bog. Bog.
Bog.
Great trailer.
Great trailer.
Great trailer.
Bog. A film by Don Kiesler, written by Carl N. Kitt.
Keep it simple, Mike. Don't get bogged down in the details.
The line is, are you telling me there's some kind of Dracula?
Could we have a Dracula running loose out there?
Mike, you want to tell us about the opening plot of Bog?
I'll try.
Okay.
Bog is a film from the late 70s.
79, yeah.
1979.
And we're done.
And we're done. Well, it starts with the worst men in the world taking their wives on a vacation that they hate.
Before then. There's one fisherman who's throwing around dynamite.
Just casually.
Casually throwing around some
just
dynamite.
and then he picks up like 2 fish, and then he's fucking dead.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh no!
Just fell out of his boat.
And then 2 more scuzzy men come along, and they mistreat their wives.
Who just don't want to be there. I think one of them refers to their wife as a slave person.
Just how the hell do you expect me to get through this stuff, huh? I need an axe.
Ask me no questions, slave person. I lead and you follow. Yo.
Oh God.
What?
He just called his wife a slave person.
He did.
They've apparently forced their wives to come on their disgusting fishing trip to the bog.
they drive their station wagon out to the middle of nowhere.
Straight out of National Lampoon Vacation.
And their dialogue in the beginning is like out of kind of like a, I don't know, like a 1940s like double act, like an Abbott and Costello, like these 2 dames don't like anything that's not Saks Fifth Avenue or whatever. And they
Matter of fact, they probably won't be happy till we get them inside Saks Fifth Avenue.
You got that right. Oh, man, give me another beer, will you?
Man, women suck, am I right?
It's not like they're sitting right there.
The female characters in all the movies we watched today have not been well written.
They'd like drinking their beers, still in the plastic rings.
Yeah.
Right? And then we're like, oh God, okay, all 4 of these characters are gonna die.
Yeah.
In the first like 2 minutes.
and for sure the guys first. Right? Like for sure the men are gonna die first in like a horrible way. Nope. Just these poor women.
Those ladies be dead. Look, they were nagging, okay? They
weren't
gotta
nagging.
go.
I'm gonna defend them. They were not nagging. They were just like upset to be there because what the fuck is there for them to do?
Yeah, no, you're on their side, but from the perspective of the movie and the characters,
Sure.
like those are nagging wives that gotta fucking die.
Chuck, I want to go home.
Oh my God, she's so desperate to leave. Let her leave. She's like crying.
Just a big log or something. All this time complaining. And nothing out here is going
She
to
has
hurt.
nothing to do.
Oh, we just lost sound.
No sound.
Chuck, what's happening?
What?
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 Whoa!
We're talking movies, right?
Okay.
This is terrible. This is terrible. It's blurry. It's blurry. It's old.
That's what makes it so much more
gross.
miserable than it otherwise would be.
All I see are leaves.
But
That's
it's
all
like-
I can tell.
Where are we? So we're like in the resort town. Hey, it's fishing season.
Yeah.
All the tourists are coming in. Hi, I'm the mayor of so and so. I'm the town sheriff. We set up our characters. This is the little city. Here comes the car. It's like someone found someone's home movies.
Yeah,
in
as
the
far as I
dirt.
can tell, this town has one building that's a lab, a police station, like all wrapped up in one.
Did they ever introduce where?
No.
When? Why? How? Who?
No.
No.
I don't even know where on earth this takes place.
I was thinking, I don't know, I think it's because I was still in the Stone Cold mindset. I was like Mississippi or like somewhere in the South. I don't know.
That would make sense.
Where are bogs?
I don't know, Neil. I wish I did. I just don't know.
I do.
I don't know, but this is clearly a lake.
It's clearly a massive lake.
But we found out it was shot in Wisconsin.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing
I
in
was
the movie
thinking.
to
I was
indicate
thinking
that.
like Maine. I'm looking for lobsters. I want a lobster roll. And I'm watching this and I'm like, where's my lobster roll? And it said Wisconsin.
Yeah.
No one
Middle
ever
of
told
nowhere,
me that.
Wisconsin.
So the two wives go missing. These two assholes go to the police.
Yes.
And they're like, our wives they're missing. They're in a bog. And then it's like, I don't know. They're in a bog somewhere. And it's like a chief of police guy, a man who I have no idea what he does.
We think he's a doctor or a
He's a
scientist.
general professor man.
Yeah.
And then a biologist who is actually named in this Ginny Glenn.
Ginny Glenn. Living fossil, breathing stone, mineralized tissue, and slimy.
Stop talking about my penis.
This monster is all of the things. It's literally all of the things.
She's our protagonist,
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't know, they go out to like they find the bodies and they're all like drained of blood, right?
Dracula.
Yeah, and then they're
Which
like,
never
what
comes up
could have done
again.
this? And they're like analyzing things and they're like, we think it might be like a thing that, what could drain the blood out of someone like this and make an incision mark like this? And that's where our favorite line comes from. You're telling me this is some kind of Dracula? Which is so good. I love that it's not vampire, it's Dracula. It's so good. I was telling Mike, I once saw Norm Macdonald do stand-up, and he had a whole bit about how he was talking about Twilight, but instead of calling them vampires, he called them Draculas, and it made me laugh forever. It's like, the thing about Draculas is they can't go in the sunlight. Like, it was so good.
Maybe I'm dense, but what kind of thing would have a hypodemic nurdle for a mouse?
Hypodemic nurdle.
Hey, he had some drinks, okay?
So then they spend a lot of time analyzing things, and then two older people kiss for a good while.
There's a love story.
Yeah, it's very unconventional for a movie to have an older couple fall in love. Right on the silver screen, right before your eyes. It's very magical. And everybody's the silver hair screen.
But it also kind of made me think, like, kind of like this movie, like maybe there was another, like all this character development should have happened where there's like a will they, won't they. Like this came out of nowhere.
Look, it's very important that they look into microscopes and they just say things like cancer cells, Draculas.
Draculas.
My God, this is bizarre. Definitely some sort of a reproductive organism. Abnormal amount of heparin in the blood serum. Chitinous tissue.
Looks like malignant cells.
But it's organic for sure.
Molybdenum?
Not exactly a seed. I was looking at a metallurgical cross-section
Tantalum?
of a 6B group metal. Could be integument. Did you notice the crystalline structure of the cells?
Yes, I did.
Not exactly an egg. Bits of a carapace.
Subcellular organelles.
What was it? It was a cancer Dracula.
A walking, breathing, living, 100% cancerous organism out there?
No, we called it Dracula cancer. Like if it gets you, you're gonna get Dracula
The
cancer.
Ice Age, the Ice Age brought it about. We don't even know what it looks. Oh, it's like a fish man.
It's a fish man. It has lobster claws. It looks nothing like anything on this box.
No.
There's all these interesting things. Like it's made out of 100% cancer cells. It sucks blood completely from the body. It's a Dracula. It's got special fish eggs, and then you see it, and it's just a man in a fish costume. It looks like a trout. It's a fucking trout with legs.
That's why they saved it for the last 5 minutes of the
all
movie.
it does is this.
Yeah.
And then they like blast it with jizz.
It's just,
They have a jizz cannon.
and then they covered it with a jizz net.
Yeah.
They put
They're
the
like,
jizz
these
net
nets
over
are
it."
coated in jizz. He hates it.
Johnny Knoxville shows up with his jizz cannon. And then they realize that hitting it with a car is a better solution.
Yeah, they just run it. They pin it to a tree with a car, and then it explodes, and that's how they kill the monster. They've spent hours looking into microscopes trying to figure out a scientific way to bring this thing down. They fly in a professor who comes in on a seaplane.
Right.
What was it? What was his job title? Oh God.
Ichthyologist.
Ichthyologist.
Yeah.
They like, and he doesn't help. They just fucking pin it to a tree. So good.
Oh! Did they pin the monster?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You make it Alaska. You make it like some kind of like fishing town. There's a lot of like fishing business.
Sure. Yeah.
And the monster ends up being like some kind of like rare thing, and like some forces like they want to like preserve. It's endangered. We have to protect it. We have to stop the fishing in the area, and that causes like the locals to lose their shit to want to hunt it down to kill it.
Yeah.
Then you have some kind of story going on.
Exactly, because it's like, who the fuck wants to fish in a bog? You know what I mean? Like you're right. If it was like about fishing, like the whole town, like we can't cancel. It's like we can't cancel the, Amity needs summer dollars. It's that. We can't cancel 4th of July. But then like one of the cops' first solutions to the problem is like, we'll use more dynamites to blow up the entire bog.
More powerful dynamite.
More powerful dynamite.
Wait, is he detonating that with a car battery?
Yeah, he's attaching like speaker wire to a car. Oh my lord.
It seems like every element, like this is a trash movie, right? Every element that's like what you want to sell it for has been removed.
Yeah.
And the junk is left.
Yeah.
Like you want to make a drive-in creature feature, right? You want the monster.
You never see it.
You never see it. So creature feature, you see the monster. The monster's on screen a lot, blah, 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 blah. Or you have a lot of young people in it. There's all elderly people in this.
Yeah. Just thinking things through, and then they just run it over with a car.
It's like the wheat and the chaff. This is just a giant pile of chaff.
Should have called it chaff.
That's what it is. It's all the things you don't want in a B movie.
Maybe the old people like encountered the creature when they were younger. And it's like
again, we're adding our own backstory.
Stop trying to rationalize it.
The thing from 30 years in the past has come back to haunt them. You can do something. You can do something, movie. You don't have to do nothing.
My crotch is kind of like a bog.
Oh, boo.
Oh, that's what the title really refers to.
Elderly genitals.
That was like as uncomfortable as the sex scenes in the room, but it was just two people kissing for like a bit.
That's enough.
Was this movie made? It was just like a recreational activity from like the local old person's home.
Something to keep them moving.
Well, what is it?
Busy.
Who made this movie and why?
When the elderly scuba diver...
Shady Oaks.
When the elderly scuba...
The Shady Oaks retirement.
The Shady Oaks retirement home made this movie in their spare time.
I don't know, Neil. I wish I did. I just don't know.
When the old scuba diver swallowed bog water, I lost my shit.
Sheriff! Sheriff! Pull us in!
I'm fucked my lineup.
I swallowed bog water. Is that bad?
Yeah, the water's full of cancer.
Something's happening.
Oh, it grabbed him and he's spinning around.
They had a lot of those things where it could have been solved with a take two, like all the guys that are like going down the hill and almost falling over.
Oh yeah, there's a little bit of that.
They're like, whoa, whoa. Whoa, he did not handle that hill well. He almost fucking beefed it, man. Whoa.
This movie was shot on 16 millimeter, transferred to 8 millimeter, transferred to VHS, duplicated to
7
VHS,
generations.
7 generations.
Yeah.
Transferred back to film, then duplicated to VHS.
Then somehow transferred to a cassette tape.
An audio cassette tape. An audio cassette tape. Retransferred to
an iPod 1.
An iPod 1. Retransferred.
And then finally on Blu-ray.
And they updated the cover. They updated the cover.
Updated the cover, but the film has been transferred 148 times through 3,000 formats. And yeah.
Who's the bait now? We were baited into watching this.
Brad? Here's something.
We definitely have a Dracula.
We got the results of the test back.
We see
we
like,
definitely have a Dracula.
We see like the slide of blood that's got like little vampire bats in the blood.
Even its rating is a lie. It says it's rated PG for monster action. There's no monster action.
Should have been rated R for those hot kisses.
It's not the worst movie we watched on the show, but it's on the low end of the spectrum.
I can say, like, how do you fuck up a monster in a lake movie?
Yeah.
Watch Bog, and you'll know.
How do you fuck it up so bad? They did it.
You're welcome, guys. Came in here, fucking nailed it.
Last up, our final film of the night. It's called Mr. No Legs. This is very clearly a bootleg, I think.
Wow.
You know, and then so, oh yeah, that's a bootleg. Look at that.
Nice. I mean, you spend 25 cents on a sticker like that.
No, this is just a regular videotape. But we do have a Blu-ray of this that we're gonna watch. This is just for fun.
So it'll be a lot clearer.
Definitely. I presume so. But this is about a man with no legs who has machine guns on his wheelchair.
Mr. No Legs.
Yes, so I'm very excited about this. Stars Richard Jackal, Ted Volrath, Ron Slinker, and Lloyd Buchner. Heads roll as two cops, period. Chuck and Andy, period. Go against Mr. D'Angelo, comma, the biggest drug dealer in Florida, period. New sentence, lowercase. And his ruthless enforcer, Fred. Fred is not the name of a ruthless enforcer.
Maybe that's the Slinker.
Fred is the ruthless enforcer who has no legs, but he has two mean double-barrel shotguns built into his wheelchair.
Gentlemen.
So, yeah, he's flipping around on the wheelchair.
I could have built him into his stumps.
This movie is so action-packed, there are bullet holes in the description. The front says gunfighter, so
all right.
I don't know if that was the original title and it got renamed this at some point. You know, I really don't know much about this.
Somebody walked by, they're like, gunfighter? That man has no legs! That's what it should be called.
Right, so many people probably said that.
They're like, let's, okay.
So it's rated R. Don't cross him or he'll cut you down to size. Ooh. So this is a true 70s, like, culty kind of sleaze fest. And I'm real excited about this after the first two films that we watched were so fucking boring. I mean, it's the most amazing movie I've ever seen. Hopefully this will save the day.
Please, Mr. No Legs.
The first two movies fucking sucked. I mean, it's the most amazing movie I've ever seen. We have so many movies and we pick the worst things every time. We're supposed to be good at this. After 15 fucking years, we pick the worst goddamn movies to watch. Oh, God. What the fuck?
Where does the shag carpet begin and end?
The whole place is...
What?
It is the whole place.
It's so...
What the fuck is happening?
20 polar bears.
The entire house is filled with fur.
That's mold. She hasn't cleaned in ages.
No, she has several dogs that have shed a lot over the years. I owned 43 Siberian Huskies. I've never cleaned them.
Never vacuumed.
Their fur makes wonderful bedding. Now I fuck you.
It would be 30 degrees colder if this wasn't here. Well, thanks, Mike, for that piece of shit. Now...
Mr. No Legs.
Mr. No Legs.
AKA the amazing Mr. No Legs, AKA Gunfighter?
Gunfighter.
Rich,
Okay.
take him a leg.
I can't reach the thing. I need to hold it in my hands before I talk about it. Oh, I have
got the Blu-rays,
I have
yeah.
two. This is a disgusting 70s movie.
The most disgusting
This is
70s movie.
The most disgusting 70s movie ever made, where everybody is ugly. Everybody has terrible hair that's like big and poofy, yet also too short. And disgusting mustaches, and sometimes even mutton chops.
Yeah.
God damn it! Some of these people have mutton chops and these hideous collars, and that's kind of what the movie's about.
Comb overs, comb forwards.
Comb overs, comb
fur
forwards.
palaces.
Oh my God! And there's a
Lots
guy
of silky shirts.
Sweat.
Sweat. That's the other thing that makes it even more disgusting is that it's in Florida.
It's in Florida.
Why does anybody live in Florida?
So you know
humidity is
under
like-
their disgusting 70s clothes, they're also just like sweating under there.
Yeah.
Almost certainly.
It's not even a nice part of Florida.
No.
It's like the grossest part of Florida.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, the plot is there's some crime people. There's a guy who starred in a lot of 80s TV shows, Crime Boss, and then under him is both Ron Howard's dad and the eponymous Mr. No Legs.
Actually, Ron Howard's dad, by the way.
Yeah? All right.
Actually, Ron Howard's dad.
We
We're not
always, like,
making that up
joke
because
about-
yeah,
yeah.
no, this is actual Ron Howard's
It's actually
dad.
Rance Howard, yeah.
And one of their just like underlings who works in the warehouse rolling drugs into cigars, accidentally murders his girlfriend.
Well, accidentally kills. Murders intentionally.
Yeah, he accidentally kills his girlfriend by shoving her
word
against
for
the
it.
TV.
Stop me.
Listen to me. I'm going to tell you why.
Oh my God.
What happened?
He knocked her over.
What did Mike...
She gonna die.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Holy fuck.
Smashed in the TV.
Oh no, she's dead.
Meathead, what have you done?
So then Ron Howard's dad, Mr. No Legs, show up in his apartment and like, we're gonna take care of this. We're gonna make it look like a drug overdose. We're gonna take the body over here and you'll be fine. And then they still murder the kid anyway. But the girl they murdered is the sister of a cop, fat, ugly mustache cop. And so fat, ugly mustache cop and his partner.
No, Fat Ugly Mustache Cop is Meathead. Is older Meathead.
Older Meathead.
Younger Meathead was the guy.
Younger Meathead was the guy who killed older Meathead's sister.
Way too many people in this movie that look like Meathead.
Now, wait a minute. We gotta say who Meathead is.
Well, Meathead.
Meathead is played by Rob Reiner on a sitcom called All in the Family.
But we say when the show started, you had younger Meathead, and then by the end of the series, you had Meathead that looks more like Rob Reiner of today.
Yes.
And we get them both in this film.
Well, Rob Reiner from the later seasons.
Yeah.
Rob Reiner today looks nothing like Meathead.
Sure.
Rob Reiner today.
But he looks more like late season Meathead than early season.
Yeah. Rob Reiner started to get fat. He turned into like a potato.
And he got even fatter after all the
Got fatter
family
and
was older.
balder, and to look nothing like young Meathead.
So crime lords accidentally kill a girl. Girl is cop's brother. Cops want to take down the criminals, and the criminals are having their own little internal drama with each other, where they're going to eventually turn on each other. That is the basic plot of the movie.
Yeah. The point being, the amazing Mr. No Legs is not like the action star of the film. He's crime guy.
Yeah, he's a bad guy.
He's an
Mr.
enforcer.
No Legs is the most notable aspect of this movie, though. For one, he has no legs.
For real.
He has no legs, and he has a gimmick wheelchair with like 2 double-barrel shotguns that pop up that he murders people with. And because he is the most memorable aspect of this film, that they took this film, which is actually called The Gunfighter, and they said, oh no. No, we're calling this Mr. No Legs,
We're going
and we're
full
putting him
exploitation.
on the cover.
Yeah.
Full exploitation.
Which was the right move, because it's what got us to watch it.
Yeah.
Now,
If you were smuggling drugs, what would you need besides a way to bring this stuff in?
A place to stash it, a place to cut it up.
Right.
Ready?
Yeah.
You do have a budding buddy cop.
It's like a proto buddy cop movie.
Yeah. Who are those? That's Shatner and Meathead.
That's old Meathead and kind of sort of William Shatner.
Does this mean he's involved in the organization?
You bet it does, mister. We got us a positive connection.
And they're police detectives, officers, whatever, and their police captain is Bill Hader.
Old Bill Hader as Vincent Price. I forgot about him briefly.
Yeah,
he ends up being the main antagonist.
He's the one who ends up in the Blues Brothers at the end.
Yeah. The twist is that he's like the police captain or whatever, but the twist is that he's the main bad guy.
So the bad guys, their crime empire is hiding cocaine inside cigars or in packets inside large burlap sacks of what corn?
Cigar
nuts? Yes. Oh, I thought you said corn nuts.
Corn nuts. Have you ever tried to smell anything through corn nuts?
Yeah, exactly.
Those things stink.
Yeah, police dogs couldn't smell that cocaine through corn nuts. Have you ever had
nuts?
Have you had corn nuts?
Yes.
Okay.
I've not.
Do they still make them?
Yeah.
Do Zoomers like corn nuts? Do Zoomers like anything? So that's the drug operation is big burlap sacks loaded onto a truck by Ron Howard's father.
A lot of burlap sacks. A lot of people moving around.
Moving the burlap sacks around through the marina.
This is almost like Dirty Jobs did an episode about the drug trade. So this is how you roll the cocaine into the cigar?
He's asking Colonel Sanders, who's rolling the cigar at the beginning, how to insert the cocaine packets into the cigar. Now, what happens if someone smokes that cigar on accident?
Oh, you don't want to do that. They'll die instantly.
But then we get lots
They're going to have the time of their life, though, when they do.
So it's part of the business.
Excuse me, sir. You said you wanted this as soon as it came in. Oh, yes, thanks.
Thanks, Joe Dante. Everybody looks like the worst version of someone else.
Who forgot to water Dante?
Okay, so that's the plot. Is then that starts this like cascading event because the girl is the sister of a police guy, and then the police captain coincidentally is also tied in with the drug ring, and then blah 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 blah.
Don't care about it.
It doesn't really matter because
what makes the movie fun in parts is some of the little set pieces.
Yes.
The famous bar fight, the best thing we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yep. A little racial bar fight between a little tiny black lady and the toothless. She's missing a tooth.
Yeah.
White woman.
Well, that's toothless.
Well, look at here. If it ain't no bitchy Bessie, when did the fuzz let you out? Don't me, you damn white-ass stoolie.
That's right. Throw that drink in her face.
God, I hate the 70s so much.
That was a little guy. This movie's got everything.
This is like, it happened. Get that bitch. Get that white bitch.
She's another beautiful 70s person. Like all the beautiful people in Miami, like where this movie was filmed is like this town where they ship all the ugly people away to so that Miami can stay beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
We need good-looking people on our beaches. Get rid of that one and that one and that one.
Send him to the set of Mr. Nolex.
Do you want to be in a movie?
Is that being shot still?
Well, okay.
There's always that.
The famous bar fight comes about because
the best scene.
Our two detectives, Meathead and William Shatner, are staking out the bar because their informant is in there, who is the white lady who starts a fight, toothless white lady, and she's informing them of
crime.
She knows about
but also
crime.
Mr. Nolegs is there, so I think they're
He's
trying
coincidentally there.
Get
I
her,
think.
I don't think it's a coincidence. I think she's trying to get close to Mr. Nolegs to try to get close to the head of the
But we
drug
have no
organization.
moments between her and Mr. Nolegs. She's too busy getting into racially charged fights with.
Maybe she's just a bad informant.
I mean, clearly.
She's like, get away from me, little black person. I'm here to find a no-legged drug person.
I don't know what they were arguing about. All I know is the black lady had a cup of scotch, and I'm just like, oh, You throw that in her face, girl. And I'm just waiting, and then it happened. Then the fight breaks out.
You willed it.
And
we got a little person.
There's a little person there.
Who loved every moment. He's like, fuck yeah, I'll throw a glass too.
Yeah. Everyone had breakaway glass, sugar glass bottles, and stud
They
bottles.
clearly built this little set because they use it again later, and they built it so they could just trash it. It'd be a location that they could trash because it's clearly not like a real. It looks like a high school play set.
Yeah, it's inside of a warehouse because.
Well, we cut to the exterior. I'm assuming that's a different location in reality.
But later when.
Well, somebody gets thrown through a window, and we can see that outside that window is just pure blackness.
Yeah.
Well, later in the film, when Meathead is being attacked by the guy with the sword, who I think was the MC that introduced the band Destiny.
Mercy.
Yeah.
Oh, God!
Oh
my God.
Oh, they sold 1 million records? I don't think so.
Do you still like to
There's another Meathead behind him.
Oh, it's Rush
That's
Limbaugh.
It's Fat Biff Tannen. Oh, God, yet another beautiful person. Oh, God.
A beautiful couple.
Who did he look like?
I would say a whole stage of beautiful people.
Who did that guy look like? He looked like somebody. I said it.
Well, I said Francis from Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and then
No, not the singer. The guy. He's got that 70s tuxedo.
Oh!
He looked like somebody.
He looks like a Gong Show.
Who's like a no. Who's like
everyone in this movie looks like a Gong Show
like a
contestant.
crooner, like a
Frankie Valli.
Tom Jones? He's got like the curly hair.
Was it Tom Jones?
I don't know.
It was somebody, but he's like, this band sold 1 million records. So I was like, no, they didn't. They're called Mercy, and here's their hit song, and it's like a real band.
Yeah, and they're singing a love ballad.
And they have 2 songs on the soundtrack. I have the soundtrack at home.
You have it on cassette tape?
I have it on vinyl.
Okay.
The original vinyl release of the soundtrack. He introduces the band played, but later he's attacking old Meathead with a sword. And remember, he's smashing up his car?
And then stabbing through them. Yeah.
And I don't know if that's supposed to be the guy in the bar, because this could be like a Mos Eisley Cantina situation where all these villains hang out. And the guy who introduced the band, Mercy, is also one of the henchmen of this big crime syndicate, because he's attacking Fat Meathead, old Meathead, with a sword.
Well, since it was accidental and you're clean, maybe you better just call the police.
Oh, I know where Ron Howard got his hairline from.
It's not that simple, Luke.
We're forgetting about the fur lady.
Yes, the girlfriend or just
the girlfriend
confidant of Old Meathead, and her sea of fur.
We go to her room for the romantic scene, and everything is just covered with about 6 feet of white fur.
Yeah. Well, it's weird. You see him laying down. He's clearly in the bed, and you're like, oh, she has a furry blanket, and it's like the camera pulls out and just keeps going.
But black satin sheets under that.
Yeah.
So she knows how to slip around.
And then his chest is also covered with fur. It's just
not white
the
yet.
most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
And you watched the baby.
Yes.
You watched a grown woman fuck an adult baby.
And a fur-covered person.
In a sea of...
Look, the baby cut away before the grown woman could fuck the baby, okay?
I'm just picturing, though, that he has the sea of fur, and I'm just picturing, like cheap faux fur, how that, it flies up into the air, like it's loose, and I'm just picturing him, inhaling it, and ugh.
I have the smell of sweat, BO.
Or you just sweat enough and you walk out.
And just have fur stuck to your face, yeah.
Now...
His mustache just smells like sex.
Everything smelled like sex and sweat.
It was the 70s, baby.
When you walked into a place that didn't smell like that, that's when you had to worry.
Sex and
Why does this
cigarettes.
smell?
Sex and sweat and cigarettes.
Stale cigarettes.
Oranges.
Everything seems sanitary here. What's wrong? I don't smell one
everyone-
bit of jizz.
And everyone thought drab, orange, brown, and olive green was just the best color scheme in the world.
Wait, why did the bar have so many wacky characters? Because my mind's going back to Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club band era.
Yes.
John Lennon hitting on a transvestite.
Yeah, that happens too.
John Lennon!
Oh no!
He was deceived.
just went.
Please pull out the machine gun.
He was like,
Him pulling the wig off and discovering a man, that's supposed to escalate the bar fight that breaks out after it escalates from just the two.
It's just another wacky thing that
another
happens in
wacky
this
thing that
wacky bar
happens.
fight. Yeah.
Now who stabbed
Why did
who
it
in
get
the bar
wacky?
fight? Yeah.
None of the rest of the movie is wacky. Why get wacky in the bar fight?
I don't know, but thank God they did.
I mean, I'm okay with it. It was fun.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to get every other important thing? The pool fight.
I was gonna say that's the only other memorable scene.
Yes, the pesticide spraying guy was hired by police chief man. No, big crime boss guy. Generic guy.
Generic 1980s TV show villain.
Biden. We called him Biden because he looked like young Senator Biden.
We are confusing so many people with our goofy fucking names.
No.
It's
I know
incredible.
what you're talking about. Yeah,
But
he kind of does look like 1970s Joe Biden.
Yeah.
And he was also coincidentally a politician in the movie because in the early party scene, remember he's walking around like, "Oh, good to see
guy.
you."
Glad-handing everybody.
Yes.
There won't be no trouble. There better not be.
Mr. No Legs kind of looks like a young Donald Trump with that fake hair, doesn't he?
You're not getting messy on me again, are you? I won't tolerate any more of that. There won't be no trouble.
What happens to him? Does he die?
He's just out of the movie.
But he's not
He
out
hopped
of
in
the
the
crime
ambulance
syndicate.
with Rance Howard.
Which one, Elvis?
Not Elvis.
Oh, Elvis is in the movie too.
I'm talking
by
about
the way.
the head guy. The head guy.
Yeah,
Not the police chief.
The guy, I looked him up on IMDb. He's been like in every TV
Whatever.
show in the
He's been
70s
in a lot.
and 80s. Oh, he got shot
When?
at the warehouse just by No Legs Men.
Oh shit! Yeah, they were. Yes, he got double blasted in the back, and that set off the car chase.
All of our villains start double crossing each other. No Legs
Yes.
guy, Mr. No Legs wants to be the head of the crime syndicate, and Mr. Big, he thinks that Mr. No
good.
Legs is getting too reckless. So Mr. Big orders a hit on Mr. No Legs, so they try to assassinate him by the pool.
All right.
Which is where he busts out his patented no-leg karate.
Yeah, it's the only time in the movie they really utilize the idea of like, hey, we have an action scene with a man with no legs.
Yes. And no leg karate only works if your opponent runs at you and tries to stick their face in your butt.
Yes. Yes.
When they could simply walk away from you.
This is the kind of scene that I was hoping the whole movie would be.
Yeah.
Here's his
fucking
fucking martial
kung fu.
arts skills.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God.
In the neck.
That was mildly exciting.
Jay, you're missing it.
Jay, you're missing it. He practiced kung fu.
Everything.
The most exciting, they tried to assassinate.
Oh, we got a kung fu guy. Finally,
here we go.
some action. Stub him. Boom! Stubbed him right in the nuts.
Oh, his fucking massive erection just like jabs him in the ribs.
How do you get beat up by a guy with no legs?
He had a
and wheelchair?
throwing star hitting in his wheelchair wheel.
Oh.
Because there's a movie called The Crippled Masters, kung fu movie, and it's a guy with no arms and a guy with no legs, and they team up and they do karate with their missing limbs. And that's kind of what I thought this was going to be doing to a certain extent, but
I would have been okay if he just had like a million different weapons on his wheelchair and just like
sure, that would have been good too.
but-
He just has the guns.
That would have been a fun movie.
Yeah.
So there once Mr. Big was killed, there was a power vacuum, and that's when.
Well, he failed to kill Mr. No Legs, and then so Mr. No Legs is like, yeah, I'm definitely taking over.
Versus-
So he tricks the Vincent Price, Ben Hader?
Bill
Hader. Bill Hader.
Bill Hader as Vincent
He
Price.
tricks Bill Hader as Vincent Price and Mr. Big to meet at a warehouse, thinking they each called each other there. But then, haha, surprise, Mr. No Legs shows up with his shotgun wheelchair, and he tries to murder them both. He kills Mr. Big, But then Bill Hader
as
manages
Vincent
to
Price manages to escape in a sports car.
After killing Mr.
What kind of
Nolan.
sports
Heavy
car?
those shotguns.
Is he in the orange car? Does he steal Dick Van Patten's little Dick
He
Van?
steals William Shatner and old meathead's orange Stingray?
Yeah. Can I just say, having the guns attached to the wheelchair is
Doesn't
really
make any sense.
a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Because if he just had handguns, bam, bam, I got both of them. But they can only shoot in one direction.
It would work as like a one-time surprise. You got a big spread on it. It's right ready. But he should also have regular guns that he just busts out.
The logic that you're confused with is if one would fire shotguns with their feet. That's what the movie has confused, because he has permanently mounted shotguns.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have feet.
Yes.
One could hold shotguns or handguns with their hands.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it'd make more sense to have the permanently attached guns if he didn't have
if he
arms.
was the amazing Mr. No Arms.
Yeah.
And he's like, what are you gonna do, Mr. No Arms? Well,
see, that's the
robot
Crippled Masters.
shotguns.
He needs to team up with somebody with
The
no
filmmaker
arms.
was very confused about how one uses their arms and legs.
I really think they should have shown like the 50 to 100 pound weights on the actual feet of the wheelchair, because each time that double barrel shoots off, dude's gonna end up on his back, no matter how badass he is or not.
That's true. Maybe he had really good brakes.
So then the rest of the movie is just one extended Blues Brothers car chase scene. And you know what? It goes on for a very long time. They clearly spent a lot of time and effort and money on this. There's stunts. It's kind of impressive.
Oh, look at that big pile of boxes.
I wonder what's going to happen there.
Why are they?
Empty boxes in a pile.
Okay, those are there. They decided to stack those right in the middle of that. Okay, okay.
Long ways across the parking lot, sure. Oh, look at all those blocks of ice.
Okay, sure, why not?
When are we going to be people walking by with the big plate glass window?
That's next. Oh, you just unloaded all that ice.
Yeah! That would hurt.
Well, look at that
the dummy in the car. That's great.
The car chase is fun, but it's not.
But we don't care about anything that's.
I'm
led
not
up
really
to it.
invested in it.
Bizarrely, our protagonists are not involved with the chase hardly at all.
Hardly at all. Yeah.
Yeah, it cuts to them occasionally driving, and they're like in a completely other world.
They're on the other side of town.
But once you see it, it's like that's just a thing. It's like they are driving where the chase ends up.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like, oh, they're already there. So they're just like, we're just going to drive in a circle. They're still heading this way, all right?
They're letting the regular like street cops, whatever, put themselves in danger because they all crash up their cars and injure themselves and others, and they're just kind of like driving and they're listening to the lady who's talking on the radio, kind of telling them what's going on. And the guy driving the car is Bill Hader as Vincent Price, aka Police Chief, old meathead, and William Shatner. But old meathead's motivation is to find the guy who killed his sister, or why his sister's dead, or whatever. And it has nothing to do with Bill Hader as Vincent Price driving the car. He really didn't have anything to do with it.
I had nothing to do with Tina's death.
And that's what he says in his dying words.
Yeah.
He's like, the guys who are involved in that are dead. Mr. No Legs and young Joe Biden, aka Mr. Pig.
Your quest for vengeance was pointless.
Your quest for vengeance, the princess is in another castle. And so it continues on. It's pointless. But
I guess it has that kind of like 70s like nihilistic ending. Like,
maybe
nothing matters.
I guess if they're
kind
going
of
for
ending.
nihilism, but
if that's what they're going for, it's
but
hard
the
to
real
tell,
takeaway is that there are many, very many similarities, visual similarities, style similarities to the Blues Brothers chase at the end.
Which this came out long before.
The lack of the action music.
You have the drawbridge.
Definitely the drawbridge, yeah.
Which was a far more disappointing version of that stunt, by the way.
Yes. He's gonna do it.
Of course he is.
Hot dog.
Why would you film at a location like this if you're not going?
Oh.
Oh.
A little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
Better.
Keep going. More cars. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God!
Those people are dead.
Certainly dead.
That car driving on top of 6 other cars where you see the people in them, and then every single person's like, hey, you drove on my car. It's like, yeah, some of you died.
But
Come on.
some of that, like the inserts, like the shot of the, what is it?
Oh, whatever the gear is.
The gear, yeah, the big gear that raises the drawbridge. That's just, there's the same insert in Blues Brothers. We'll do a side by side here. And then just like the cop car flying into the tractor trailer, same as the cop car crashing into the semi trailer.
John Candy showed up in this. That was
John
a surprise.
Candy was talking about Orange Whips.
Orange Whips.
But seriously, like, was it an inspiration for Blues Brothers? Maybe. It really seems like it.
There's a lot of really, really close similarities in that final chase scene.
Is it just a coincidence, or could have been an
They're
inspiration?
probably fairly standard, just 70s car stunts.
You think so?
Yeah. I would have to go and like watch like Smokey and the Bandit or something.
Maybe we're not that versed in 70s car chases.
The Dukes of Hazzards probably did these jumps like 18 different times.
But they also keep cutting to the lady in the police station.
Right. Yep.
Which they do that in the Blues Brothers a lot
Another
too.
car just jumped over the bridge.
But I guess the big point is that the Blues Brothers, we were rooting for the Blues Brothers to get to Daley Plaza to give Steven Spielberg all the money to pay for the orphanage. We don't want the cops to stop the Blues Brothers. We're motivated, our heroes. But in this,
The story of this movie is not very engaging. I think that's fair to say.
No matter what, no matter how much fur you could put on something, it's not going to stop vengeance.
I must say, I was right on point when I said the guy who's playing Mr. No Legs probably had his legs blown off in one of the 2 wars that were about 20 years before this film started.
Yeah.
You know. What do you bet Mr. No Legs got his legs blown off in World War II?
Pretty good.
The real guy.
Pretty good.
It's right around that era.
Yeah.
Nailed it, Mike.
I nailed it.
Boom.
Well, we see him. He's out by the pool, and he turns around. He doesn't have a shirt on. He's got a giant scar on his back, and that's a war scar.
He fought in World War II or Korea because it's 1970 something, and he's about 58 years old or 30. We're not sure. He could be 32
It
or
is Florida
68.
in the 70s.
He's either
sun damage
He's
is
either
a weird
58
thing.
or 70s, 30s.
Age knows no limits in Florida in the 70s.
But it was which war was it?
Korea.
It was the Korea War.
Yeah. Now he gets to be an action star, and now he's.
I wish they would have utilized him more.
Yeah, he did other roles though, right? Somebody looked it up.
I don't know.
I didn't look up other roles. I just looked up his biography to see if it mentioned the war.
Yeah.
And it did. I should've
Hopefully
looked
he
up-
did other roles. I mean, he was an okay actor.
I mean, he was rolling all the time.
Ooh, even I wouldn't make that joke. I didn't even think of it.
Ugh. It was this dumpy neighborhood. Everything was like shit.
Hey, that's where I live. That's my house. How dare you, you monster.
Put it in the mailbox. Yeah!
I thought it was going to be like low blow and just crash his car into things.
If this turned into Naked Gun, that would be great.